Morning, everyone. How are you guys feeling today? Excited? Any of you from Texas or getting ready to leave for Harvey? No? Anyone looking forward to having Irma? Okay. Anybody from Florida here? No? Okay. Well, I've been getting quite a few restoration and cleaning companies trying to find out how they can use internet, specifically Google, for times like this when we have hurricanes coming, and of course when we don't have any hurricanes, but you have daily jobs with appliance pipes breaking down, with some pumps breaking down, and such stuff. So what I'll cover with you today is a 4-step online lead generation system. Lead generation system. I've been working with restoration and cleaning companies for almost 9 years now. And so working with them, I have created a system that really works if you follow the system. And so that's what I'll share with you. Using this system, I've been able to help a lot of restoration companies from East Coast to West Coast, from Midwest to down South, get leads consistently using search engines, using social media, and so forth. So we still have, I think, 1 more minute. How many of you are in restoration industries? All of you, okay. And do you also provide other services like cleaning, HVAC, and so forth? Okay, all right. So I'll cover a little bit of everything, not just one specific service, because I know a lot of companies here represent not just restoration, but they also do, I have clients who do hoarding cleanup, HVAC, carpet, upholstery, rug cleaning, and so forth. So I'll pretty much cover everything with you guys. All right, so it's 10:20, let's get started. A little bit about me. I'm married, my wife. 2 of my younger kids are here. They're missing school, but I thought it's the first time they're here. They just wanted to be here. They're intelligent kids. Alicia, she's a tag student, so she's under Georgia Program of Talented and Gifted. Krish, he'll be a black belt in Taekwondo in about 3 weeks from now. So just brought them along, thought it's about time they start understanding how our entrepreneurial world works. My background, I used to be in retail. I had designer stores in malls about 15 years ago, 10 years ago. We had the designer perfume stores in all malls in Wisconsin, all the major malls. But then internet happened. People started buying on Amazon, on eBay, and so forth. So we had to let go of our business. We also did trade shows all over the country, but these were not this kind of a show, but cash and carry shows for B2B. And we, at the time, had the largest perfume booth in America among all the trade shows. With internet, we lost our perfume business. I shouldn't say we lost, I had to let go of it, and it was my fault. I didn't see the importance of Amazons and eBays and online and search engines and whatnot. I knew it was growing, but I didn't pay attention because I was in the malls. And so I thought, hey, malls are never going to die. The traffic will keep coming in. Who cares about this internet stuff? Wrong thinking. Our sales went down south. We had to shut down all our stores. And that's when I launched Grand Perfumes, our perfume business. We ship to 30 countries. This is my background, my core. We are in retail. My wife, Ami, she handles our perfume business. But the reason I bring it up is because when you're selling a product online, you have to sell it in real time, okay? We sell perfumes, we sell fragrances. What I have learned selling fragrances is what I have started implementing with our restoration and cleaning industry, and it works like a charm. And so I'll go through that process with you. When we launched our perfume business, our perfume website rather, that's when I realized we need traffic. Having a website doesn't mean anything. So I got into social media, search engine optimization, PPC, and then now I speak with Jeff Cross, Peter Croshaw, who's an insurance adjuster, so I understand how that part works. I created an SEO program with Joe Polish for Piranha Marketing Elite. I write for the two magazines in our industry, Clean Facts and R&R. And I myself, I'm IICRC certified in WRT. I took that 3-day class at John Donne because I wanted to know what really happens when a company gets called for, like, there's water in somebody's basement. I thought it's pretty easy because we were building websites and we were putting pictures of fans on it from our clients. So I just thought, you guys go there, put 2 or 3 fans, and that's it, you're done, right? But after I took the class, I realized how much science goes behind into drying a basement or drying a kitchen or a bathroom, whatever that is. These are some of my clients, testimonials, and I'm on a mission right now. I will educate and empower 10 million entrepreneurs by the end of this decade. That's my goal. Of course, I cannot go to speaking events and do that, so I'll be using it with YouTube and video marketing and so forth. We launched this site, KillerOnline.com, last year. In first 90 days, we got traffic from 982 cities from 186 countries. Of course, some was paid, some was SEO, but I was testing, driving traffic, and so forth. So getting into our 4-step online lead generation system, which consistently works 24/7, 365. Thank you. All right, so step 1. This is something really, really important, and it goes back to the e-commerce mindset that I have because we sell perfumes, and that's why I think differently from other internet marketing companies and so forth. So step 1, what is it when you want to be successful with Google, Yahoo, Bing? What is it that you need to do in order to get traffic, or in order to get leads, or in order to get clients, customers, increase revenue, if you want to use the power of search engines? Optimize your website for conversions. Here's what happens. When I'm in an event like this, I meet a lot of people, a lot of business owners who come and ask me, Sunny, how do we get more traffic from Google? Most people are thinking of traffic, visitors, prospects coming to your site. What should I do with Google? That's not the first thing you need to do. First thing first, you need to make sure your website is optimized for conversions. A conversion is the act of converting website visitor into paying customers. So here's how that works. Let's say you get 100 visitors to your website. 2 of them call you. Your website's conversion rate is now 2%. And if, I'm sure you're making notes, but if any of you want me to send this slide to you later on, just give me your business card, your email address. I'll be happy to email it to you. So optimize your website for conversions. Conversion is the act of converting website visitors into customers. So for example, you spend $38.99, $3,899, out of which you get 31,000 impressions, 1,171 clicks, and 183 conversions. Now, if your site has a funnel like this, if you're tracking conversions, if you know what's working, if you know how many calls, how many sales were generated with that money, you cannot go wrong. So you need to know, 1, what's your website's conversion? Probably have a loose cord here. What's your website's conversion rate? How well your site converts, and so forth. And so in our industry, what's a conversion? It's a phone call, it's a text, and it's an email through contact form, right? We're not selling perfumes. We're not selling a product. So technically, people tell me conversion is for e-commerce. We don't sell that, Sunny. Well, we're selling a phone call from the website. There's a reason why we're driving traffic to the website. We are selling a phone call. These days, we can also get text or an email. Somebody might email and say, hey, it may not be for a water damage situation, but if you do rug cleaning, HVAC, mold, you may get emails from your website saying, we have a certain area in our house. We'd like to know how much it'll be to fix it. Give us an estimate, can you come to our house and on maybe a Tuesday afternoon and give us a free estimate and so forth. So those are all conversions. You need to know that your site converts well. You need to know that your site is converting visitors into something, taking action that you want them to do. If you want them to call you, they should be calling you. If you want emails, they should be emailing you. It's important. Because let's say if a website has a 0% conversion rate or a 1% conversion rate, you can buy all the traffic in the world. You can find out all the SEO, all the PPC, everything else that will help you bring traffic to the site. But if it doesn't convert, you will not get any customers. And that's what happens. A lot of companies, when they do pay-per-click marketing on Google with AdWords or Yahoo, Bing, Facebook, they do search engine optimization. They spend a lot of money, weeks, months, years, but they don't get any results. And so those companies, they tell me, Sunny, Google doesn't work for us. Yahoo doesn't work for us. We spent $10,000 and we didn't get any business. Maybe it wasn't anything wrong with Yahoo or Google. Maybe something is wrong with your website. Maybe it has 0% conversion rate. Maybe it doesn't convert at all. So at this point, when you know that, that might be a problem, it's already too late because you've spent money on traffic. That's why step one, you want to make sure your site converts and it brings you a certain percentage of calls and so forth. So I'll share with you a few strategies how you can make a site more conversion friendly. But imagine this. You get 100 visitors to your site. 5 of them call you. And you're able to track that. I'll show you how that can be tracked later on. You know your website's conversion rate is 5%. We'll keep the numbers easy, right? So now you want to get more calls. You want to increase your revenue, your profits. One way is to drive more visitors to your site. Instead of 100, if you drive 200, all things being equal, now you should get 10 phone calls. You just doubled your online lead generation or business. That's one way to do it. Spend more money, get more traffic. The easier way or less expensive way to do is increase conversions of your website. What if you increase conversions from 5 to 10%, still get 100 people, visitors, but get 10 phone calls? If you increase the conversion rate to 20%, you quadrupled your online lead generation without spending any more money on marketing. So you have to keep that in mind. Buying more traffic is not always the answer. You first want to make sure your site converts well. In our restoration industry, I know landing pages and websites that convert at 30 to 40% at times. If it's raining outside really heavily in Midwest, East Coast, where they have basements, the conversion rates can go up to 60, 70%. We track them, and I'll show you how to track them. So at that point, that site is gold, your PPC is gold, your search engine optimization strategies are gold. You'll never go wrong. Right, so here are 13 secrets to a high conversion lead generation site, and I know this from experience because we track conversions of over 100 websites on daily basis. So what goes in a website that helps it increase conversions? Number one, speed. This is the most important thing now, not even design anymore. Google now recommends if your site does not load within 3 seconds, it will not be on page 1. So let's say if you have a search engine optimization company and you're paying for SEO to that company for the last 3 years, but your site is not loading within 3 seconds, it will not be on page 1, especially in mobile devices. They announced last year in April. Google announced it last year in April. So it's important that your site loads within 3 seconds. Plus, with our attention span decreasing every single day, if a site doesn't load fast enough, people will hit the back button and go to the next website. Nobody's going to wait. So first thing first, you want to make sure your site loads in less than 3 seconds. 2 better, 1 even better. Just like that. it must be responsive. Now, this is not a new technology anymore. It's about 3 years ago when we started building responsive sites. A responsive site means it should look perfect in a desktop, laptop, iPads, Kindles, iPhones, Samsungs, whatever size is out there. A small phone, a large phone, a small iPad, a large iPad, and so forth. Because people are using different devices. If the site is not responsive, it'll only look perfect in desktop or a laptop, but not mobile devices, not tablets. Do you still visit sites in your mobile phones or in your iPads where you actually have to do this, make the font bigger to read it? You do, right? That means the site is not responsive. When you get visitors on your website, when you get your prospects on your website, they shouldn't be doing this. If a site is responsive, the font will be perfect for each screen size. Okay? So that's very important. All right, so in our industry, in our restoration industry, 99% of the time, when someone calls you, on the other hand, there's a little bit of panic. They want to reach you, call you right away. Maybe it's 3 in the morning, maybe it's a weekend. And so people want to reach you. For example, right now we had Harvey in Houston, right? So there's a lot of restoration companies getting ready to go there now. I'm sure a lot will also move towards Florida if Irma comes. There's panic in the area. 3 in the morning, someone wants to reach out to you. They'll be pulling out their phones. They will not boot up their PCs. Maybe there's no power in that area and people can't go to their desktops and laptops anyways. Plus 60% of all searches are on mobile devices. So when they pull up your website, it must be mobile optimized and preferably with one touch call button. If you want to see this one touch call button right now, you can go to my website, which is sunnyahuja.com. I'll give you 2 minutes right now. Maybe pull up your phones, go to sunnyahuja.com, and see there's a permanent button there that will help you reach my office. So in a restoration site, when someone finds your website, you're not making them go to the Contact Us page, write the phone number down, open the keypad on their mobile phone and type the number. That's too much work at 3 a.m. if there's a storm outside. They should be able to just tap, just like that, and reach you. Really simple. This helps increase conversion rate, and I've seen it by almost 50% at times. Imagine conversion rates or call volume going up 50% just because you added this feature in your website. So, optimized mobile website with one touch call button. Please have a separate landing page of all services you provide throughout your website. So I still see websites that have maybe 1 or 2 pages where the company would list their services they provide. Water damage restoration, mold remediation, fire and smoke odor removal, HVAC, carpet cleaning, rug cleaning, and so forth, all on one page. If you're trying to sell a $10, $20, $30, $50,000 water loss job, one paragraph is not enough. It's not going to do it. So what you do is you have your website on which you have a separate landing page for each service you provide. Because you want to drive traffic to that one particular page of your site. So if you're running a campaign for mold removal, when someone clicks your ad, they should go to the mold removal page of your site, not the home page, not the water page. Plus, there are people out there who search differently. Somebody might search water damage restoration. Someone may search for flood damage restoration. I might search for basement water extraction or flooded basement. If I'm looking for basement or flooded basement and I go to water damage restoration page of your site, I may not even connect the dots. So you want to, if you're in an area, how many of you are here from Midwest or East Coast where they have basements? Okay, quite a few. So you want to make sure you have a separate landing page on your website that talks about flooded basements. You know, whatever your process is to dry it out and so forth. Water damage restoration is our industry term. Not everybody understands it. Okay, so separate landing pages or independent landing pages for each service that you provide. Add credibility. Too much fear out there right now. People think everybody's out there to get each other. You know, if they go online, if they see a website, they don't know if this is a company that is going to be there for good, or if it's a fly-by-night guy who will come in, a contractor, maybe take deposit and never show up again. How many of you have heard those stories where you may go to somebody's house and they might say, oh, you know, the contractor before you took my money and never returned? There you go. So if you add credibility in your site, it makes people comfortable calling you. And it can be, you know, your local chamber of commerce, of course. You're all IICRC certified, any awards, BBB A+. Even these things help. Visa, MasterCard, Discover. That increases conversion rate. Remember, we're talking about conversions. If you have nothing else, you can always add, if you accept credit cards, you can always have those logos. People are subconsciously looking at these logos all the time on internet when they are buying products or services. So if they don't see this, there's something missing back of their mind. They're thinking, and this is again going back to the e-commerce. If you are selling products, if you're selling perfumes, if you're selling on Amazon or wherever, credibility helps. Okay, so it also helps increase call volume. Write blog posts that add value. This shows you're an expert in the industry, in your area. Because if you're having a blog post that says 7 things not to do when you discover water in your basement, and whatever that is, something simple, make sure the electricity is turned off, whatever those 7 things are, or 3 things you must do before if you live in a flood zone, or 5 things you need to know before a hurricane comes in your area, and things like that. If you write blog posts that add value, people will read it. They'll know, you know your thing, right? And so your call volume increases. Your conversion rate increases from your website. If you can't write it, outsource it. You can always find writers on Craigslist or you know, maybe someone in the family, but it's important. And I know writing blog posts is painful. For me, it's painful. So hire somebody to do it. Now, it also has other benefits like SEO. The site will rank high in Google and so forth. The bounce rate decreases. People will spend more time on your website and so forth. So it has other benefits too. But right now, since we're talking conversions, it increases the call volume from your website. People also share blog posts on social media, so you get free traffic that way. If somebody likes a post that you wrote, they may share it on their Facebook page, right? So it's important to do that. Videos. It's one thing when you write your process, how you clean, what you do when you go to somebody's house. Maybe people are not even reading it. It's a different thing if you can actually put it in a video. This is what we do. When we go in, we make sure we don't make a mess. When we leave, we make sure everything is nice and tidy and so forth. Because this is real. You can't fake it. Anybody can write anything, you know, with the greatest and the best. But when you show your processes, your things, or the way you maybe dry out a basement or clean upholstery in this case, it matters. It increases conversion rates. That's why landing pages with videos usually have a higher conversion rate than just text. And don't have videos on autoplay, please, because that can be irritating. And that reduces conversion rate. So people will suddenly see something, hit the back button, go to the next guy. But if there's a video, and if they have, you know, where they can hit the play button and watch it, they'll watch it. Now, Some businesses who can't afford or don't have videos still use videos of other companies from YouTube which are not their direct competition or direct competitors. For example, a website or a company in Chicago may have a video on their website that says 7 ways to increase the life of your upholstery, but that video may be from a company in Florida. They can put it on their website as long as the company in Florida is not mentioning their own name. And there's a lot of videos out there where these companies spend a lot of money and time making these videos, but in the end they forget to mention their name. They just say, and for more information, call us. Okay, so now you can have that on your website too. For more information, call us. It doesn't say call ABC Restoration and so forth. So YouTube allows that, and there's nothing illegal about it. YouTube gives you a code that you can put in your website and the video goes live automatically or magically. You just have to copy and paste a code from the video, and that's it. Simple, but it helps you increase conversion rate. Contact number. I'm still surprised to see how many times I go to websites where the telephone number is only on the contact us page in the smallest font possible. Anybody else who's noticed that? Yeah, right? So the phone number is only on contact us page in a small font. And that's exactly what we're trying to sell from the website, right? We're trying to sell the phone call. So the number should be in header, footer, and the copy. And if we have time in the end, I'll show you some examples of websites where you have that. But we see numbers in headers. Most people miss it in the copy. So when you write a page on your services, maybe that page is about mold remediation or water damage or whatever, in the end, make sure you add a line that says, for more information, call us 24/7, or if it's carpet cleaning, for more information, give us a call Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., whatever your hours are. But make sure you make it really, really easy for people to find your contact information, especially your phone number. Offer something for free. Free gets attention. People have Prime on Amazon so they can get shipping for free. So free, if you can add to your site, will increase the conversion rate. See, it can be free in-house estimates, free consultation. If you don't have any coupons, that's fine. You don't have to have buy 3 get 1 room free because you don't do carpet cleaning, let's say. Free estimates work even on the ads like magic. You get more conversions from your ads, from your landing pages, and so forth. Use urgency. Wait, if you order now, we'll throw in a second one for free. Still works on infomercials. Still works. I've been in US 20 years. I've been seeing it from day one. Get 1 bottle of this for $19.99, but wait, if you order right now, we'll throw in the second one for free. We're tuned for that from years and years of marketing. So, can you use urgency in your copy? Absolutely. Absolutely. It'll help you increase conversions. Get more calls from your site. Must have text on white background with black font. Most websites that have a lot of traffic, that generate a lot of traffic, where people actually stay on the site for longer and read, sites with high readability always have white background and black font. This hurts. This is a screenshot from obviously a restoration site. Can't read it. And you have to keep in mind, you don't know what the other person is going through at the time they're trying to reach out to a company like yours. Can they find their glasses? Can they read this? If it's 5 a.m. and if there's a storm outside, maybe they're on a small device like a phone. Will they be able to read anything? Maybe they have an old PC. It looks fine on your brand new computer, but the other person may have a 10-year-old laptop and you can't read anything because they're not as bright as the new ones. So you want to make sure, and we've tested this. I mean, the conversion rate would go down from 20% to 5% if we have a landing page just like this. Nothing changes in your marketing. Marketing is still the same. You're still getting clicks from same ad. You're still spending same amount of money, but the call volume decreased 15%, 20%, 50% just by changing landing pages where the font is white and background is black. Please don't clutter your site. So there are websites out there where they feel if they put all the names of the cities and zip codes on their site, on landing page, the site will rank number 1 in Google or something. Doesn't work like that. It reduces conversion rate. Actually, if Google catches up to it, then you get penalized and your site gets thrown on page 100. These are the things people did 6, 7, 8 years ago. But it doesn't work anymore. Did it stop working? Okay. I'll keep going. Oh, it says dead battery.
You're loud. They can hear you.
Okay. So make sure that your site has no clutter. Keep it nice and clean, nice and simple. Yeah, all right. All right, so, this is another thing I hear from companies all the time, from business owners all the time. Sonny, we get too much spam. We don't want any spam. Okay. So one thing you get rid of spam is you put a CAPTCHA, which means now a person that goes to your site, if they want to send you an email, they have to fill out a certain number, a certain phrase, a certain word, maybe an answer, 2 + 3 = 5, which is an easy one. Some sites have these CAPTCHAs where they make it really, really difficult to read. How many times do you think somebody is going to fill this out to reach out to you? Maybe not even once, or maybe once. So yes, if you remove this, you will get spam. I agree. But will you also get more emails for estimates and so forth? Yes. You will get more business if you remove CAPTCHA, at least the ones like these, from your site. So you want to make sure you don't have any CAPTCHAs. Okay, that's fine. On your site. So these were 13 strategies that helps increase conversion rates. Now, again, if your site has no conversion rate at all, or 1% or 2% or 5%, it will be really, really tough to get business or generate business from it. Especially with water damage restoration industry, the cost per click can go up to $50 per click. Money goes out really fast. In a month, I know companies that are spending $20, $30, $50,000 a month in pay-per-click marketing. It goes out like that. And of course, then there are businesses that spend $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, which is fine. But whatever amount of money budgets you have with your marketing, if your site increases, has a high conversion rate, at least around 15 to 20%, you will always make a profit, or you should always make a profit at least. And I can say that from experience. Now that the site is conversion friendly, we go into traffic. And not just traffic, but relevant traffic. By relevant traffic, I mean if a person on Google searches for flooded basement water removal, they should find your ad, your page about flooded basement. not water damage restoration, not flood damage restoration, and so forth. So when you're able to capture those people, when you're able to capture that traffic to your site, your conversions increase further, right? So if someone Googles a rug cleaning company and they find maybe carpet cleaning page of your site, your conversions will not be as high as if they find the same exact verbiage on the landing page. So that was the website landing page, and now it's traffic. There's 5 proven ways you can get traffic that will convert. Pay-per-click, Google, Yahoo, Bing, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn. There's a lot now. So PPC, search engine optimization, which is when you bring your site on page 1 of search engines where you get free clicks. A very popular way of companies giving money to SEO companies. Number 3, YouTube and Facebook videos. Now these are free videos I'm talking about. Anybody using here videos to generate traffic to their site? How are you doing it, sir? Is it bringing you good results?
I've got several YouTube videos out there. One has got like 100 and some odd thousand hits, which is probably plenty of business.
Nice.
But if I had to pay anything for it or pay to promote it, it probably wouldn't be worth it.
Okay. Any Facebook videos?
No, we really haven't done much Facebook marketing.
Okay. All right. Facebook has come up with this new video thing. I shouldn't even say new. It's been there for about a year now, where people are uploading videos getting millions and millions of views. So if you have a video that can generate a certain amount of views, you'll definitely get business from it. And it doesn't cost you anything. Yes, sir?
Where can we get a listing of what the best search term keywords would be for when clients have water damage?
That's a great question. Google has a keyword tool, and I'll talk about that tomorrow more. Tomorrow I'll dissect Google's AdWords campaigns. But Google has a tool which shows you key phrases and related key phrases and what kind of search it's generating. So for example, if you go to that keyword tool and you type in water damage restoration, it'll probably give you related phrases like water damage restoration experts, water remediation, water restoration, water cleanup, and then how many searches are there. So you'll be able to see that. Google has that tool.
And if I was to do a Google organic search, I would type in Google keyword tool?
You can do that, yes, but you would need an AdWords account, which is free. You'll need an AdWords account to go to that tool. One thing though, going back to conversions, it's not necessary that the key phrase that has highest number of searches is your best key phrase. It may be the worst because it'll drive a lot of traffic. But what if that traffic doesn't convert? So I'll give you some examples. Maybe towards the end I have a couple of slides that show that. Thank you, sir. Thanks, Jonathan. That was quick. So I'll show you some, it's gone louder. So I'll show you a few examples maybe towards the end where we're tracking conversions. Social media, it's a proven way to get traffic, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and so forth. And blogging, definitely blogging. Makes you look like an expert in your area, which helps increase conversions and so forth. All right, so talk a little bit about Google AdWords. Google offers you two ways of advertising. One is search, the other one is display. 90% of AdWords accounts that I have audited or that I have seen only do search. marketing, which means when you go to google.com, you can search for, in this case, let's say carpet cleaning Chicago, and a few companies show up. They also offer display marketing, which less than 10% of companies, at least in our industry, leverage. Which means there's a lot less competition. In other words, the cost per click in this case can be $30, $40 per click for water damage. Here, maybe $2, maybe $1, maybe $5, 50 cents. Barely anybody's using it. So there's a lot less competition. To be successful with Google now, you have to use, or you must use, I'd rather say, ad extensions. I'll dissect ad extensions tomorrow. I have a class at 8:30. But when you add ad extensions, this is what happens. Your ad gets that big. So here's a screenshot from Water Damage Repair Atlanta, from a client of mine. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. Because we are using ad extensions. This is how ads used to be. And if this company or this company is not using ad extensions, their ads will be this small always. But if you use an ad extension, and it doesn't cost any more money. It's not like this is more expensive than that one. You just need to use extensions to write an ad like that. And so you can have your key phrases, what people are looking for, 24 ready to dispatch, local experts, free estimates, fast and affordable, don't let it get worse, 24/7 response, and so forth. So here's what happens. This is like a domino effect. Ads that get more clicks rank higher, okay, because Google is making more money. If there's an ad that gets 10 clicks in an hour versus an ad that gets 2 clicks, no brainer, this ad made more money to Google. I won't get into too much technicality, but if this ad is paying less than the ad getting less clicks, it'll still rank higher. For example, if we get 10 clicks at $5 a click, $50, right? If this guy gets 2 clicks, and even if he's bidding $20 a click, Google still makes $40 versus 50 here. So you always don't have to bid the highest to rank higher. You have to get more clicks. Okay? So 10 clicks for $5, 2 clicks for $20. Google made more money here. And we're paying a lot less for this. So keep that in mind. Your CTR, it's called CTR, click-through rate, should be higher. But going back to the main thing, you'd add extensions, and if you use, or when you use ad extensions, here's a screenshot from a mobile phone. If you have ad extensions, the entire screen, there's only one ad, and that's it. So if someone pulls out their mobile phone, water damage restoration, and the name of your city where you're from, and they see only your ad, to go to your competition, they'll actually have to scroll. That's work that nobody wants to do. So boom, they click on it. Imagine having the entire screen with just your ad on Google, Yahoo, or Bing. Very powerful. So you have your entire screen like this. Now keep in mind, as more and more companies catch up to this ad extension, 1, 2, 3, Google has 4 ads above Maps now. So 4 huge ads, then Google Maps, and then SEO rankings. So Google is actually making people work to go to free listings, which is SEO, or search engine optimization, because first they have to go through 1 ad, then 2, then 3, then 4, then Google Maps, then SEO. Because they don't make any money with SEO. This is how they make money. Okay, so ad extensions in mobile ads, and now here's a screenshot with Yahoo and Bing. 70-75% of companies in our industry that are doing Google ads or SEO or social media marketing are not on Yahoo and Bing. I would say maybe even less than maybe 20% of them are on Yahoo and Bing, which reduces the price of cost per click because there's barely any competition. A water damage restoration click, $3.08 on Bing and Yahoo. This is in Atlanta. I'll tell you, in Google, it's about $40 per click. $3.08. Storm damage, $2.21. Water restoration, $5. Now, look at this. How much we are bidding? $46. Ready to give away $50 because there's money in it, right? How much do we give away? $5. There's no competition. I'm okay if I have to give $50 per click. I'm only paying $5. So use Yahoo and Bing to, if you have lower budgets, to start PPC marketing, less competition, higher conversions, because Yahoo and Bing gets traffic which is more serious. There are more serious buyers on Bing and Yahoo than Google. People just Google for anything and everything, right? So if you're not doing Yahoo and Bing, please do it. At least test it. It could bring you a lot of revenue for a lot less. Pay-per-click on Facebook. Anybody doing here PPC on Facebook? You are? How are your results, sir? Not good? What service are you promoting with Facebook?
Mostly air duct cleaning, carpet cleaning, area rug cleaning.
Okay. Are you just boosting your campaigns, or are you actually targeting a certain market demographic? You are?
And retargeting it.
Okay. And you're not? Okay. Maybe we can talk about it. But doing PPC on Facebook, very powerful, not for water restoration though. Because that's an emergency service. When someone needs to have you for a flood loss, they will not run to Facebook. They'll go to Google or Yahoo or Bing. But for your other services, like HVAC or carpet or rug, it's easy to reach out to your demographic. So let's say if you provide rug cleaning services, and if you have segmented your list, maybe you've been in business 20 years, your customers, your clients are already in your database, and you can now, you can now see how many of those clients of yours are, let's say, women, and how many of those are roughly in a certain zip code or area. And if there's a way to find out your best clients are the ones, women maybe that are single or divorced, or maybe the ones that have dogs, maybe the ones that are college grads, because usually college grads have more income. They live in a certain size house. Maybe they like Starbucks coffee, and they like Harley Davidson motorcycles, and they also like Mercedes cars. So with Facebook, you can pretty much find that audience and show your ads specifically to that audience. So you can go to, you can create your own custom audience, but then here in locations, you can put your zip codes, age, maybe 35 to 55. Is it men, women, or everybody? The languages they speak, what is their interest, behaviors, and there's more categories. So you can literally, if your list is segmented and if you know who's your best audience, then you can find them through Facebook. Because when you sign up for a Facebook account, they ask you everything and they keep monitoring it. The system keeps monitoring. What did you like? Did you like Harley Davidson page? Oh, you must be into Harleys. Did you like Mercedes? Oh, then you must like Mercedes, and so forth. So now you can show your ads to those people. Very powerful strategy. Not great for water restoration though, but your other services. It's great for branding too, because if you're getting clicks for 20 cents, 30 cents at times, it's a very inexpensive way to bring traffic to your website, create awareness about your business, about your brand, and so forth. Kishu, it's working fine. You can sit with her. Bad job. So here's a recap of the 4-step lead generation system. Optimize your website for conversions and increase relevant traffic to it. Let's go to step 3, return path. So you get 100 visitors to your website. 10 of them call you. Your conversion rate is 10%. What about the other 90 that did not call you, that did not email you, text you, or anything? You spend money bringing them to your site. So at that point, we let remarketing take over. Google and Facebook do remarketing, which is the practice of serving ads to users based upon prior engagement. So a simple way to remarket is everybody who comes to your site, you cookie them, and you start showing them your ads. A real easy example. How many of you have noticed when you go to Amazon or any of those large companies, you look for a product, and then in next 10 minutes when you're surfing, you start seeing that product showing up everywhere, right? Everybody seen it? That's remarketing. They're remarketing to you based upon your behavior. So an easy way is when you drive traffic to your site, it doesn't matter how they come. Maybe you passed out business cards, maybe they found you on Facebook, maybe they saw a YouTube video with your hundreds and thousands of views and maybe clicks. The remarketing takes over. So now those people who are on your site start seeing your ads over and over. That's an easy way. Slightly technical way is if they are seeing your ads based upon the landing page they came in. If they landed on mold page, they should only see the mold ads. If they landed on water damage page, they would only see ads related to water restoration. And of course, I get this too, but Sunny, ours is an emergency service. Remarketing may not work. It does. People use remarketing and increase conversions even in water restoration. Ooh, okay. We ready to dance here? All right. So this is remarketing. Here's a screenshot of weather.com. I'm showing my own ads. I didn't want to take any of other companies. So these are remarketing ads, which are display ads. Now here's how it gets even better. Let's say someone goes to weather.com and they see my ad, or they go to cnn.com and see my ad, right? That is because they were on my website for some reason. Maybe they were trying to find out about SEO, PPC, website design. Maybe they met me here, whatever the reason is. They go to my site, now they are seeing my ads as they surf the net. Every time they see this ad, how much does it cost me? Nothing. Impressions are always free. So when you go to Amazon and you look for a product, maybe a camera, and then you're surfing the net and you start seeing that camera showing up everywhere, it's not costing Amazon anything. Unless they're bidding on impressions, but it's usually cost per click. So it doesn't cost any money to run remarketing ads. Babe, can you turn the lights down a little bit? It's way too bright on the screen. I don't know why they did that. Okay, don't touch it again.
I don't know how to work this thing.
No, we can't see you. It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's good.
Perfect.
So impressions are free. So let's say now you drive 100 people a day to your website. And these people, you start cooking, these visitors, you start dropping cookies in the browsers, and now when they go online, they start seeing your company's ad, your brand, your logos all the time, which is barely costing you anything. And it builds and builds and builds, and 6 months later, a year later, 5 years later, you can reach out to hundreds and thousands of prospects because they've been to your site. There must be a reason why they came to your site in the first place. You can, maybe some of those are your clients, your repeat clients from carpet cleaning, rug cleaning, they call you every 3 months, 4 months, and so forth. So now you're showing them your ads every time they're on CNN, Forbes, weather.com, your local news channels, millions of websites, barely cost you $100 a month. Do you think that's a powerful strategy? To keep your brand in front of your customers and prospects 24/7? Absolutely. So remarketing. Now here's, again, it's getting a little bit more advanced. Here's a screenshot of a remarketing list. So when people come to your site, you start building a list. It's not like an email list, but it's a remarketing list. You can reach out to these people anytime with your ads. So maybe you have a special offer with fall sale or Christmas special or Thanksgiving special and so forth. So you can create those ads and show your ads to your list. So here's your list. In this case, this is a list from a company that has 18,000 people they can reach to. When you have your own list, Google gives you a similar list. So here's how that works. You drive, let's say 1,000 people to your website. PPC, SEO, doesn't matter. Facebook. You drive 1,000 people to your site. Google knows who those 1,000 people are. You don't know, I don't know, Google knows. Based upon those 1,000 people, whatever their interests are, whatever they like, whichever sites they visit, Google will find more people just like them. Because Google has data of everybody, what they're doing, right? So they'll find more people just like them and give you a list. It magically appears in your account one day. You can't ask for it, it just happens. In this case, here's a list with 18,000 that we built driving traffic to a site. And so Google gave a similar list, water restoration, Georgia, 50 to 100,000. So now Google says, hey Sunny, here's a list that you created of 18,000 visitors. Here's one from us of up to 100,000. Would you like to market to them? Absolutely, because they're similar to our visitors. And so we start remarketing. Cost per click, 20 cents. From our list, 30 cents. So when it says lookalike, that's the similar audience. This one. So it's similar to, or it looks alike. Cost per click, 20 cents. Cost per lead, this is water restoration, $27. This is our list, 18,000. Cost per click, only 30 cents. Cost per lead, $60. So for water restoration, getting leads for $27, do you think that's a good deal? You could probably sell it all day long for $300, maybe more. Because I know companies that buy leads for $300-$400 all the time. But this list is what Google gave us. And Google will only give you a list when you build a list. Otherwise, they will not know how to create a list. Very powerful strategy. And imagine cost per click, 20 cents, 30 cents in today's world, in restoration. That's like what? You don't get clicks for 20 cents, especially not in restoration industry, unless you do this, display marketing. So you're not paying 30, 40 bucks a click, you're paying 30 cents a click. It gets more technical or advanced in market audience. So Google has a way now where you can reach out to people that are in market, which means if they go to Google and type in water restoration or mold remediation or rug cleaning, we don't know who they are. There might be 10, 15, 20,000 people a day in your area if you are in maybe Chicago, or less if you are in a less sparsely populated area, right? We don't know who they are, but Google knows who they are. So what happens? You start marketing to those people who are looking for, in this case, remodeling services, general contracting, and so forth, and you can put your keywords there in display keywords, water restoration, mold remediation, and so forth. And you can get clicks for $1, 50 cents, $2, $3, $5, all day long. So now your ad will show. So here's what happens. Somebody goes to Google and Google's mold remediation, mold removal company. Your ad did not show up on Google search because it's too expensive. Next thing, they are on CNN and your ad shows up, which is a big square with your logo, your brand, your call to action, your offer, free consultation, $800 off today, whatever that is. And now your ad follows that person around because he Googled mold removal or mold remediation. And your ad for mold starts to follow that person around. 50 cents, $2. Now, if you're on Google search and somebody Googles mold remediation, your ad may cost you $15 a click. Mold can be $8, $9 too. But still, 50 cents versus $10, it's a big difference. So display campaigns. Placement ads. Here's a screenshot from a client in Columbia, Missouri. So we run campaigns on his local news channels, right? So every area has its local news channels. In Columbia, Missouri, it's abc17news.com. You can specify Google to show your ads on certain websites. If you feel in my area, this particular news channel in Milwaukee, so we lived in Milwaukee for 18 years, now we're in Atlanta. Fox 6 News is big, local channel there. So if I want to run campaigns on Fox 6 News, I can do that through Google. KRCG TV, even CNN, Forbes, all those websites that you want to show your ads on can be done through Google. Clicks. And I'm bidding here 50 cents a click. I bet you, and so we got 1,300 impressions, 200 impressions, flood damage, junk removal, water damage, 154 impressions, and so forth on these local news channels. Bidding only 50 cents. Let's say we get 10 clicks in a day, maybe. Because these are display ads, right? The people who are on local news channel are seeing your ad. This is more for branding. They keep seeing your ad every time they go to the local news channels, local sites. They see your ad every time, so you get impressions. You don't get any clicks, but you get impressions, which is what you want because you're creating awareness about your brand. So maybe you spend $5 a day, $150 a month or $100 a month. Imagine calling CNN, your local news channels, ABC, Fox Now, CNBC, Forbes, and tell them, I want to run an ad on your site, but I'll only give you $100 combined. Would you do that for me? You know the answer to that, right? You know the answer to that. So it is possible from Google. You don't need to call those companies and say, hey, CNN, we want to run campaigns on your website for $50,000 for 6 months. We'll do it through Google. We'll do it the other way around. Very powerful strategy for branding. And it keeps getting more advanced. So how many of you have an email list of your current and past customers and clients? Okay. Do you send out emails, sir?
No, most of our clients don't want to be
bothered.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And they don't want to hit the spam thing and
Exactly.
yep, I feel it. So what you can do is upload that email list to Google, to your AdWords, and you can start showing ads to those people when they're surfing, when they're in their Gmail account. See, now that will not bother them because they'll see some ad anyways. They might see yours, they might see Best Buy or somebody. Might as well see yours. Sending them emails is one thing. Uploading your list to Google and showing them your ads is something totally different. You're not bothering anybody. They're just seeing your ad when they're on CNN or wherever. 1% of companies, I would say less than 1% of companies that I have audited AdWords for even know this strategy exists. That you can upload phone numbers or emails of your current or past clients, customers, and market to them. Now, since they're already your customers, because that's how you got their email, let's say, you would give them a different offer from maybe somebody else. You know, we want you back, big headline, we want you back, 20% off to only current customers for Thanksgiving. So you have different ads for them because they're your customers already. And the more they see your ad, the more they remember you, and the more remember you to call you back for services that you provide every few months, like carpet cleaning. Again, we uploaded 12,000 emails. Google comes and says, hey, Sonny, why don't we give you a list similar to your 12,000, another 100,000 to 300,000? Would you like to market to them? Absolutely. That's like giving customers on a plate. Here, have more. You got 12,000, take another 100,000. Market to them for 50 cents a click. See, now these are advanced things, but they really, really are inexpensive in comparison to running ads on Google, because everybody runs ads on Google. That drives up the prices to $10, $20, $30 a click. And here's what happens. We have a list as secondary that we call, this is main, this is secondary. So a client's competitor was going out of business, who wanted to sell his business, but he said, I don't want to buy your business. Can you just send me email? Can you just sell me your list? Just send me your email list. Bought the email list, uploaded it to Google. So now we're showing our ads to his competition, who's out of business. That list is slightly different. Those customers are different. Those people are different. 2 weeks later, Google comes and says, hey, let me give you another list like that. Would you like to market to them? Of course, absolutely. So you can maybe buy an email list if you don't have one. Maybe if your competition is going out of business, maybe you can buy one from them. Maybe just buy one in general. You cannot email to customers. You can do B2B email, but if you buy a list of people and send them offers, that's against FTC, you'll be shut down. So I'm not asking you to send out emails. That's against FTC regulation. You can be fined hundreds, thousands, maybe millions, can go to jail. I don't know how bad it can get, but don't do it. Buy a list, upload it to Google. And you can also upload it to Facebook. You can do the same thing on Facebook. Upload email lists, upload phone lists, and start showing them your ads. If you're a B2B business, you can buy lists of companies or property managers, and you can show them your ads. Maybe your local hotels and motels, you can buy their list, phone numbers, upload it to your Google and Facebook and show them your ads if you're trying to go after commercial business. The ideas are like too many at this point. Any of you concentrating more on commercial work, like dealing with property managers all the time and so forth? You're okay. So buy a list of all the property managers, real estate agents, upload it to Facebook and Google and show them your ads. Now, they don't know that you're specifically marketing to them. Most people don't know how this works. It's like if they're on CNN, they'll see your ad. If they're on Forbes, they'll see your ad. They'll be like, oh, this company is huge. He's everywhere. No, he's not everywhere. He's just following you around. See, there's a difference. The other guy's thinking, oh, they must be so credible. I just saw them on CNN yesterday. Today they're on Forbes. They're on Fox 6 News. I was checking the local weather. They're even there. They're everywhere. They're like Amazon. They're huge. No, sir. You're just following them around. So here's 3 advanced Facebook marketing strategies. PPV. Target ads to your website's visitors, which is retargeting. We just talked about it. Target ads to your subscribers and customers with email addresses. You can upload the email addresses on Facebook. Target ads to previous and current customers using their phone numbers. So a lot of companies tell me, Sunny, we don't have emails because we only started collecting emails for last 2 years. But we've been in business 20 years. Rings a bell? Many of us, right? But you may have their phone numbers, even from 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Get that list in order, upload it to Facebook, start showing them your ads, and special offers. All right, so step 1 was conversion, step 2 was traffic, step 3 was remarketing, step 4 is track and continue to increase conversions. So if you're getting, with all those 3 steps, if you're getting a certain amount of visitors to your site, maybe for 50 cents or $50 a click, doesn't matter at this point now. You need to know how many of those are actually converting, how many of those are actually bringing you phone calls, texts. End of the day, how many of you are actually hiring you for your services and giving you money? It doesn't even matter how many calls, doesn't matter how many emails at this point. What matters is revenue, profits. So track conversions. How do we do that? Oh, because if you're not tracking conversions, you're like this guy, you don't know which way to go. And the reason I say that is, let's say you do Yahoo and Bing and Google and Facebook. You spend $500 on each one of them per month. Well, Yahoo and Bing is the same thing now. So let's say you spend $1,000 on Yahoo, Bing, $500 on Google, $500 on Facebook. You're spending $2,000 a month on these search engines and social media platforms. End of the month, you need to know which ones of them are bringing you revenue. Maybe you got 5 jobs from Google and 2 from Yahoo, and you spend the same amount of money. So you know, okay, Google is working better for me. I should put more money into Google. Maybe you spend $500 on Facebook and you got a 0 phone call, nothing. If you know that, you can take that $500 and put it in Google, or vice versa, right? But you need to know that. Most companies, when they get a phone call, they ask, where did you find us? Internet. Awesome. Internet doesn't mean anything anymore. It's too big. You need to know exactly where. And you can't be asking them, not especially when it's a flood loss job. He's telling you, my basement is getting water. Can you come here? Where did you find me? What? So you cannot do that. You need to have systems in place for that really don't cost much, maybe $100 a month. So here's a screenshot if you are tracking where the calls are coming from.
Is that within Google AdWords?
No, this is not within AdWords yet. This is a call tracking company, and there's quite a few out there. There's If by Phone, CallRail, several of them. I think most of them will give you at least this much data, whoever you sign up with. But what it does is, here's the screenshot, 97 calls in August, but it shows us where the calls are coming from. So Google paid, which is Google AdWords, PPC, this call came in from Google, this call came in from Google, this call, the person found this on Yahoo, organic. Organic means SEO, again PPC, again Bing organic, Yahoo organic. If there was a Facebook one, it would say Facebook. And so forth. So what we do is, end of the month, download the report, segment it, and see how many calls came from Google paid, how many calls came from Google organic, how many calls came from Yahoo. What it means is, if a person finds the website on Bing, it registers as Bing. If they find the website through Yahoo, it registers as Yahoo. The system tracks how the person came to the website. If he came from Google paid, if he came from Google Yahoo or Bing, it registers it. So end of the month, you know the names of the people, you know their phone numbers, you know everything about them. And then you give it to your receptionist or whoever and say, hey, Kathy, run me a report. It'll give you exactly the revenue you generated in a month. How much money was generated from Google, how money was from Yahoo and Facebook. And then you can see how much you put in. You put in 500 each, but you generated 10,000 from Google, 2,000 from Yahoo, and so now you have everything. So now either you remove the ones that are not working, or you focus more on them. Why did I only get 2 calls from Yahoo? What happened? Let's put some more effort into it and turn it into 5 calls. But you need to know this. Yes, sir, you had a question?
Who's this company here?
Yes.
Who is this company that's doing the tracking?
Most call tracking companies provide this. This is CallRail. So it's CALLRAIL, callrail.com. I'm using them in this case. And so end of the month, it generates the report. But there's also If by Phone and a few more. I mean, I use them, but I'm not saying only use them. Use whoever. Call conversions in Google. So you were asking for if this is in AdWords. Now you can track those conversions down to Google. Here's a screenshot. We got 26 clicks for water restoration. Restoration companies, we got 23 clicks. Water damage, 31 clicks. Going back to your question, sir, when you said, where can I find what are people looking for, right? So in this case, water damage key phrase got 31 clicks. Basement flood got only 8 clicks. This looks like the rock star. Whoa, it got us 31 clicks. It's a great key phrase. Yes, this is where most companies end. They think I'm getting the most amount of clicks. This is my best key phrase. See what happens when you start tracking conversions in AdWords. This key phrase that got 31 clicks generated 2 phone calls at $884 per lead. This key phrase, basement flood, that looked so bad, only got 8 clicks, generated 4 calls at $85 each. This key phrase costs 10 times more. You need to know this. Yes, sir?
How would, when it says generated, okay, so it's one thing that clicks, which can clearly be tracked.
Right.
Who knows, and how does Google know that somebody actually called your phone number?
Because you integrate, that's a great thing to ask. So you integrate your Google AdWords account with Google Analytics and Google Analytics with CallRail that I just mentioned. So every call that goes through the system through CallRail will get registered in your AdWords. And it also shows which key phrase, like here, it'll also show you which ad generated calls. See, now things are like in black and white. You're not guessing anymore. You're not guessing, whoa, this one gets the most clicks. That's my best key phrase. Let's put more money into it. Really? When you start seeing conversions, really? This $884 should be transferred to that key phrase because it's only generating leads for $85. Huge difference. Huge difference. If you can see this. Yes, sir?
What is the difference in cost? Why would Google allocate that cost higher?
It's all based upon competition. So more people are bidding on this. That's why the cost per click is $57. Less people are bidding on this, so the cost per click is $34. I'm bidding $65 for each one, so I'm happy to give $65 per click no matter what. Okay, that's what I'm doing. But Google is charging based upon competition. See, this key phrase, water damage, everybody thinks water damage. We are in water damage restoration industry. We should just bid on water damage. Everybody's bidding on water damage. Water damage is the worst key phrase to bid on because it's getting leads for $884. So track conversions, step 4, very important. Track click fraud. So here's another thing with Google AdWords. Companies or people tell me, Sonny, how do I know who's clicking on my ad? What if competition is clicking on my ad and so forth? So you need to be able to track that. There are few companies out there that will help you do that. Where you can actually track clicks that are coming to your website. So in this case, we can see all these IP addresses that have clicked on a client's ad. Now, Google will not give you those IP addresses. But what Google will do is let you block the IP address. So if you have an IP address that you want to block, which means that IP address will not see your ads anymore, yes, that's doable. But Google will not give you the IP address under some privacy laws, which is baloney. They just don't want to give you the IP addresses, so you don't block them, because if you block them, you'll get less clicks. If you get less clicks, they make less money. Okay. So here's a screenshot. This particular IP address clicked on a client's ad 7 times in 7 minutes at 7:40, 41, 43, 45, 45, 46, 47. He's practically trying to get this company out of their daily budget or out of business or whatever. So we track this IP address, we block it. Now this IP address will never see let's say in this case my client's ad again, and he'll probably feel, oh, they stopped marketing. See, I told you. No, we're still marketing. You're just not seeing our ad because we blocked you. But you need to know how to do this. Yes, sir.
What software is this?
This I'll probably have to tell you. You'll have to stop at my booth. I'll tell you the name of the company. Might be a Russian company.
Is the service
but they're based here in LA. Yes, sir.
Do you provide the service?
I provide this service. Yeah. So, yes, sir.
As far as blocking IP addresses, That's one thing I think for a stationary desktop computer. I believe mobile generates random IP addresses constantly.
It does, you're right, but anything is better than nothing. I mean, if let's say if this guy is sitting in his office and clicking on a competitor's ad all day from his office, or maybe from his home office, at least it'll be a help. But if he's in McDonald's today with Wi-Fi and tomorrow he's in Starbucks, that may not be a help in this case, because we'll block McDonald's one day and Starbucks the other day. Still, it makes a huge difference because we track conversions, and this increases conversions because you're not getting bad clicks anymore, or at least from certain IP addresses. You had a question, sir?
Yeah, I was just asking, do any of these automate the process for you? We say one click per person and block it?
You can do that, but unless you see someone clicking on your ad multiple times, there's no need to, although you can, yes. When you see a click, it'll also show you the IP address. It's up to you if you want to block it or not. If you see an IP address that has clicked multiple times, you want to block it for sure.
And are there APIs for that?
There is, I believe, APIs for that. I'm not using it because we're doing it manually, but I'm sure there is. Any questions? Right on time. Yes, sir.
Is there any information you could share about Google Analytics and bounce rates? How do you read into that?
Sure. So bounce rate used to be anything up to last year. If someone came to your site, left your site within 6 seconds, Google would count it as a bounce rate. Now it's more like if a person leaves the site from the same page, so if they come on the mold page and leave the site from the mold page, not going to any other pages, that would be considered as a bounce rate. Bounce rate used to be a lot more important previously, not that much anymore. But if you have long sales page copy, long web copy, not sales page, but web copy, that will reduce your bounce rates if that's what you're worried about. Usually 1,000 words or more on a page will reduce bounce rate. If you write in your copy towards the end, if that page is about, let's say, water damage restoration, and then say we also provide mold services, click here for our mold services. And if a person clicks on that link and goes to the mold page, that'll reduce your bounce rate. If you have a video, that'll reduce the bounce rate. Reducing bounce rate is good because it increases conversions and your rankings in Google go higher. Lower bounce rates help you rank higher. Yes, sir.
Google kind of doesn't really tell you what their search algorithms will do, and they're constantly changing it.
Right.
I know a lot of companies, they'll have, you've got your main landing page, but they'll have multiple landing pages where something will say like restoration in Las Vegas, restoration in Henderson, and that will be within the URL link at the top. You're clearly trying to game the system. Does Google currently penalize you for that or not?
Not at all, no. And you're not trying to game the system, you're trying to make increased conversion rate. For example, let's say Chicago, big city, lots of suburbs, Naperville, Schaumburg, and so on. You can have separate landing pages for each one of that area. Schaumburg, Naperville, Aurora, Gurney. And when you run your campaigns, if you're running your campaign in Schaumburg, right? Let's say your site is abcrestoration.com. In Schaumburg, your ad will say Schaumburg's local experts. Call us, we'll be there in 30 minutes or less. When a person clicks on that ad, it goes to a landing page that clearly says we're Schaumburg's local experts, serving Schaumburg for about 20 years. Call us, we'll be there in 30 minutes or less. So now the person thinks, hey, I live in Schaumburg. This guy's in Schaumburg. Let me call him right now. It increases the conversion rate. You do the same thing for Naperville. You do the same thing like here. You do one thing for Vegas, one thing for Hendersonville, and so forth. Even though they may be only 20 minutes away. One thing for Boulder. This increases conversion rates from your ad copy and from your landing page, from your website. Ad copy, because you'll mention the name of the city. If you're doing multiple cities, you'll mention Schaumburg, you'll get more clicks. People land on that page, it says Schaumburg, you get more phone calls. And Google is nothing against it, no. as long as you don't have duplicate copy on each page. So you can say 1,000 words. Let's say pay somebody to write 1,000 words about your water restoration services. You copy paste each one of those on Schaumburg, Naperville, Gurney. No, you cannot do that. Then you get penalized. Every landing page must have original content, different web copy. It'll be similar because it's a similar service, right? It's the same service, but you'll have to reword it.
That's key.
That's the key.
When you reword pages like that, are you using software to do that, or are you manually?
No, personally, we have professional writers who do that. They've been writing for restoration industry for 6 years, Kim and Stephanie, and we reword it every time. It's tough, but we have to. Yeah, I can't use software. So tomorrow at 8:30, I'll be going through Google AdWords, how to rank your ads, those big ones, within 3 hours on page 1 of Google. And with things continually changing, that'll help you a higher CTR, which means a higher conversion from your ads. Today we talked about conversion from website, which was step 1. Tomorrow, from your ads. Anything else?
Tomorrow, is that going to include quality score in all aspects of AdWords, or just the extensions?
Probably not quality score, because that's getting a little too much, but I can, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer those for you. We do have sheets here. If you want, you can sign up for a 20, 30 minute, 40 minute call with me. If you want any advice related to your websites, your own campaigns, if you want me to analyze them, analyze your website, my team and I will be happy to do that. Check it out for conversions, pull up some reports. There's no charge or anything. Happy to do it for you. Yeah, don't forget to fill out the feedback form, please, before you leave. I really want to see what you felt about the presentation.
The feedback form is in that packet that was given to you by our daughter earlier today, before
Yeah.
the session started, so we really appreciate it.
Babe, can you turn on the lights, please? Thank you.